Top of the morning to you guys. I hope everybody is doing well and that you are in good spirits. Just wanted to stop in and talk to you guys more or less about Knicks content day yesterday and what my thoughts were about it. In this video, I'm probably going to upload a couple of little clips from the players and what they said and how they felt. But pretty much overall, I just want to give my opinion on how I felt that the players felt and what they were thinking at that point in time and what I saw and what I interpreted from the things that they said. I just wanted to say, first of all, it started off as even though it was a little choppy with the stream, it started off very good. It was good to see the players. Everybody seemed like they was in good spirits. We got to hear Monica McNutt talk to a few of the players, and later on that day we got to hear their press conference and how they really felt about the tough questions that not only the media had, but us as fans had for the New York Knicks. And I just want to touch on a few other topics and say what I feel that everybody is collectively saying about the New York Knicks being the players and what they want to achieve in this upcoming season. One of the things that the Knicks definitely wanted to get across to us fans was that it was going to be a lot of accountability being held by the players, meaning that the players had to come together as a brotherhood. And when you're coming together as a brotherhood, you have to understand that everything that you do or may say may not be right. And some of the things that you may do or may say may be called out by your brothers. And some players, in the whole entire history of basketball, some players they don't do well with those type of situations. And then you have those players that do well with constructive criticism. And the sense that I really got from the New York Knicks being, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, we heard from Derrick Rose also, got to hear from Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly and the guys. But the overall senses that I got from what their mindset is that they was ready for the season to start and that it was going to take a collective effort for them to be able to accept constructive criticism, being able to be held accountable for the things that transpires through the season. And when you are a team, that's one of the main things that you want your squad to come up in the gym with. You want your squad to be able to be held accountable for every action that they take and every move that they take, because in all actuality it not only affects them, but it affects the team as a whole.
Honestly, that guy to me is just, I would say a leader that could pull the team together. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be a team that gets it done. Many different moving parts, and just a guy that could really could help that. And sometimes take the weight off of other players, or just a team guy. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have those other guys around you and you're not able to move as a unit, being a good player is it won't do anything for you. So yeah, just trying to be just really helps.
I would say holding everybody accountable. Once we do that, we're going to be a very good team. Making sure that everybody on the team, from the person at the end of the bench to the starter, everybody got the voice, and you should be able to hear everybody's voice and really care about what they're saying. So as long as we hold each other accountable, we should go pretty far.
All right, and that just doesn't go for just the players. It also goes for the coaching staff as well. Being the main person, Tom Thibodeau will have to be held accountable from the front office on the actions that he makes. We've seen numerous times in the past where he was only focused on Julius Randle. Will he be that way with Jalen Brunson because of their relationship now that he's come on the team? Will he only, draw up plays for Jalen Brunson? Will he still, only acclimate everything to Julius Randle? Will he make RJ Barrett more involved in the offense now that the Knicks have proven that they are placing their bets in RJ Barrett as well as Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson? Can these guys turn into the big three that's gonna make, like RJ said, make a shock to the world this coming season? These are all the things that we have to think about when we are thinking about the Knicks, and not only that, when they're being held accountable. How can you acclimate to each other? How can you play on the court with each other? Are you willing to pass the ball to the other person because they have a better chance at making the shots than you? Are you willing to commit on defense in order to make sure that your team has the best outcome in the game? This is the thing about being held accountable. It's about sacrifice, and it's about putting your all. That means every effort that you possibly can muster up in that game. So that was really the, focus that I seen that the New York Knicks basically was all saying in sentiment. And in union, who is going to be held accountable? Can you hold yourself accountable? And we seen with RJ Barrett talking about the rumors that he didn't focus on all of that and he was proud to be a Knick, and if anything was true, then it made no difference because he was, eventually extended by the New York Knicks.
Yeah, I think during the summer, that was kind of the last thing I was thinking about. I was trying to get better, really trying to also enjoy life a little bit. I'm very, very happy, very thankful I was able to re-sign, and that I'm going to be here. I've always wanted to be here, so definitely excited and definitely very thankful. I'm a big believer in whatever happens. I played my 3 years. I did everything that I could, for the team, for myself, everything. I put my heart, sweat, and blood and tears into it. So whatever happened, I was going to be okay with. I know that I gave everything I got. So I wasn't really worried. I wasn't really, too much into a back and forth. I kind of just let everything, kind of go, and thankfully it worked out for me.
So that was another thing that I really love to see, that RJ Barrett was not biting on all the trade rumors about Donovan Mitchell, about him not being good enough. Basically what he was doing is putting all of that on the back burner and focusing on the New York Knicks. And that's something that you want to see from your star player. He also mentioned about leadership, about him not just being a leader to try to score the ball, but also get his team involved to be able to make better decisions that will help out not only himself but every teammate that he has. And that is one prime aspect of a leader, because at the end of the day, like he said, it's not just you on that court, it's you and your team. I don't know whether or not these guys were basically trying to say that to, give a hint to Julius Randle, but I felt that all their words really translated to Julius Randle, because we have to understand, last year, what did we see? When Julius Randle wasn't the feature player, he was kind of lackadaisical on offense and defense. Can Julius Randle come into this new season and be able to handle the pressure of not being the number one option? He said he could. He mentioned in his presser that, it will be good to, get the ball out of his hands so he could run more freely, slash to the basket, be able to catch it and catch the ball in his spots, to be able to hit his shots. So he did talk about that in relation to Jalen Brunson being the primary ball handler. But it's easy to say something in this world. It's hard to do it. So what we are faced with right now is, can Julius Randle deal with the fact that he is not the number one option? I feel if he does be able to cope with this, then that would just make the team even more better, because we realized with his style of play that other teams were basically knowing everything that he was going to do. We seen it in the Hawks series in the playoffs. We seen it all through last season where teams really knew what he was going to do. So if you could switch it up and the ball not be in your hand all the time, it makes you less predictable. And I think that will truly help Julius Randle out this season and for the rest of his career, if he's able to accept that he does not need to be the primary ball handler.
I think it'll be easier for me. When you have to create a lot with the ball in your hands, it can be tough. Because the defense has all eyes on you at all times. So for me, being able to get some things off the ball, whether it's running the floor, pick and roll, cuts, offensive rebounds, stuff like that, I just think it'll make the game easier for myself, and I'll be able to help my teammates more.
Getting back to RJ, I love what RJ Barrett said about, spacing on the floor with him, Julius, and Jalen Brunson. He spoke about how it creates more for every player. Not only that, Julius Randle, piggybacked on him in his interview as well, saying that, listen, it will get us a lot of, it'll get us a lot of fouls.
I mean, he's a winner. He's a winner. Just certain things that he sees, about the game, he's very poised and controlled, which, you need that. You need that in a team. So we're very happy to have him. I'm very happy to have him. So I think this will be very good for us. Well, what you just said, that's balance. You know what I mean? Balance is kind of the key. You got to have, guys that do different things and that could just play off of each other. So I think like I said, I think it's very good for us.
This was your first summer where you kind of had the...
I think we have guys who just know how to play the game of basketball to their strengths. And so I'm really not too worried about the spacing aspect of it. I think we're all going to be willing to make plays for each other. We're going to make the right reads. And we're not going to predetermine or predict anything that we're going to do on the court. We're just going to kind of read and react and play off each other. And like I said, once the chemistry continues to build and grow stronger, I think this team can be very good. We just got to be able to believe and basically fight for an entire long season. It's going to be ups and downs, but it's how we level out. It's how we stick together through those tough times.
So with these three guys being able to understand that, yes, we are slashers to the basket. We can pull up from a mid-range. We could put up for the three. This should be able to help them out because whoever has the best shot gets the ball. We've seen this whole formula work with the Warriors, and it's garnered them 4 championships in less than 8 years, you could say. So if you come in with the reality that the best person that's open, the best shot, we're going to get the ball to the best shot available, then you most likely will come out on top on the majority of your games because you're being unselfish. You're doing what's right with the team. You're showing that brotherhood. You're showing that faith in your teammates in order to let them know, like, yes, if you're right there and you got the best shot, trust and believe the ball is coming to you. So that was another thing that I seen that really, it made me feel that maybe this team is going to be more than what the league is giving it credit to be. Because we're not going to sit up here and act like a person scoring, 2 players scoring 20 points per game last season is not going to make a good effect on your team being RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. When you couple that with Jalen Brunson, a high-class player, a winner who's used to winning and has that pedigree, and you couple that with these 2 players, and it not only elevates them, but it elevates him as well, then you have a team that's going to be reckoned with. You have at least 60 points coming from these 3 players right there if all falls well. So when they came in with the notion that yes, we have to hold each other accountable, we have to hold ourselves accountable, we have to learn how to play with each other and put each other in the right spots, that makes the deal go well. So these are the things that I was very much happy with hearing from the New York Knicks. It seems like all of them are ready to go. I'm waiting to hear what Tom Thibodeau is going to say after the first practice, which should be today. Hopefully we hear from Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, and Obi Toppin, and the rest of the team in these coming days to let us know where their mindset is at, what they've worked on during the offseason, and what they plan to bring to the table this season. Regardless of all that, it was a good media day. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Let's get ready for the season because it's coming up, and pretty soon we're going to have preseason games, and we're definitely going to be able to evaluate then. Until then, I'll keep posting these videos, giving you my thoughts on what I think the team has done and what the team can achieve in the coming future. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and remember to always lead by example.